Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel Zaleski, and today we'll be talking to you about the Bedlam and Marathon, Senior Night in Marshfield Gymnastics, and this week's 3 to See. It's all yours, and it's all now. Turning now to our sports expert, Jason Zaleski. Hey, Jason, it was a big night in the Merriwood last night. Marathon and Auburndale went head to head.
Yeah,
right?
They did. They went head to head for the second time this year. We're talking about boys basketball now. And wow, it's always crazy when these two get together. There's no doubt about that. It's even crazier, though, when they're tied for first. Both teams came into this game 9-2 at the top of the Merriwood South. Auburndale hosted Marathon back on December 19th. That game went to double overtime with Auburndale's Cam Erdl hitting a 3 at the buzzer to win. So without any further ado, let's take a look at what happened last night.
Down low for Jacoby, right wing 3 for Cam Erdl. Marathon back to our right, Hunke on the left wing. Drives to the free throw line. And now step back 3 for Hunke. Oh, Carter Hunke buries it. Free, lob inside for Stoffel. Turnaround jumper on the right baseline. Good for Nate Stoffel. In for another big finish here between Auburndale and Marathon as they fight for the top spot in the Merriwood South here tonight. Apaches to our right now. Here's Jacoby, another strong drive, and another basket, and one. Oh, baby CJ, back off the bench, taken over to Cam Erdl. They're going 4 corners here, I believe. Erdl now trying to dribble through the double team. Ball taken away by Hunke at the top of the key. Carter takes it to the other end and lays it in for 2. Free again on top. Schilling. Now between the circles, back to Free. Lob inside Stoffel, they got the play they wanted. Clock winds, we're down to 10. Free on the near wing. Donnie, jumper at the foul line, short, and that ball went out of bounds. Hunke saved it going out of bounds. He threw it into Auburndale, who grabbed the ball and threw it to Auburndale, who caught it. And Erdl made the first free throw. He can ice the game right here. Another free throw. That one goes in, and that will do it. Auburndale with a 4-point lead. With 2.5 seconds on the clock, Marathon stunned here at home. Auburndale wins it 56-52. Hopefully we'll get Apache head coach Chad Weinfurter on our post-game report. Stay with us. We'll have more from Marathon High School in just a moment. Let's bring in the head coach of the Auburndale Apaches, Chad Weinfurter, kind enough to stop by. Coach, after another thrilling win against Marathon here tonight.
It sure was. I really like to give our seniors a lot of credit. I've been on them all year about showing leadership and stepping up, and I thought tonight all 4 of them did a fantastic job. Colton and Cale were in foul trouble. And I thought they did a nice job of dealing with that, and they were effective when they were in there. And then I've got to give Carter Wilcott and Aaron Marth all the credit in the world for playing as many minutes in a big game like that as they had to. And everybody who played contributed, and it was truly a team win.
Last week, the Zaleski Sports Show visited Marshfield Senior High for gymnastics and senior night. So, Jason, how was your floor routine?
Yeah, well, my floor routine was pretty good.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. I was over here. I was over there. I was, doing my things, and really had a fun time. It's always cool to go to senior night for any event. For those kids, it's their grand finale. It's the culmination of their whole career in sports to that point.
Quite an emotional night.
And a very emotional night, certainly. So, and that's what makes it fun. That's what makes part of the routine unroutine then in that way. Yeah, we had a chance to go over to gymnastics for our first time this year. It was senior night over in Marshfield, and we'll take a look at those highlights and everything that happened in gymnastics. Next. Superstar. Thursday night in Marshfield as the Tigers host the Wisconsin Rapids Red Raiders in Great Northern Conference Gymnastics on senior night. We look at the results on vault tonight. Wisconsin Rapids up first. Kayla Hill with a 7.65. Then it's Danny Hovey scoring an 8.45. First on the vault for Rapids is Tila Weedman at 8.475. Marshfield's Brooke McGrath sets sail and touches down with an 8.6. Macy Smith scores an 8.8 with her best attempt. Leading the way for all vaulters tonight is Emma Haugen scoring 8.925. Moving over to floor exercises, and we see Wisconsin Rapids' Danny Hovey with a very nice routine and a score of 7.975. Marshfield Tiger Melanie Hoffenbradel finishes second in floor and scored an 8.725 with some of these moves. Tiger Emma Haugen finished first in floor with an even 9.0. Marshfield 131.625, Wisconsin Rapids 110.8. Here's Tiger head coach Allie Dreyer with comments on tonight's match.
I think they did really well. It was fun to watch them hit their floor set in front of the crowd tonight and play off of that energy from their peers.
Just talk about all the emotions of senior night. Some of these girls, their last home meet anyway. What does that all mean to you?
We have several seniors this year, some who have been involved with gymnastics for a very long time and who I've known for a very long time. So it's hard tonight to end their last night here, but we have a lot of postseason to come yet, so I'm excited to see what they can achieve in the next 3 meets. Moving now to Tiger senior and team captain, Macy Smith.
I thought our team as a whole, we did really well. I know it wasn't one of our best meets. We had a couple troubles on vault, but then we finished off strong on floor, and a lot of our juniors also helped out a ton tonight. So.
Yeah. Senior night tonight, so last home meet, last kind of, your own home mat here to visit with the other girls, to just be teammates with the other girls. Tell me all the emotions that went into tonight.
Well, starting off with our speeches tonight, it was very emotional. We had a couple tears, just realizing, finally set in that this is our last meet. And then when I got to going through the meet, I didn't realize that I was not going to be here competing ever again until I got off the floor. And my coach, I turned to her to give her a high five, and she's in tears and gives me a hug, and then it finally set in, and yeah, it was really emotional.
Thank you to our sponsor, Mid-State Technical College. There are over 50 in-demand programs at Mid-State. Choose your career at mstc.edu. You are watching the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
I'm in the house.
Exciting times at UW Stevens Point Sports. Jason, take it away.
Yeah, one more time. Superstar. All right, so, yeah, listen, there's a lot of, we've been telling you guys all year, even back since football season, that there is a lot of great stuff happening at the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. We had a fun time during football season. We're having an even better time now during winter sports. We took a look at women's hockey over in Eau Claire last week. The women's team did go down with 1:11 left on the clock. Eau Claire's Holly Turnbull hit a wicked wrister from the top there and sent it all the way through. So the team did go down 4-3. Still had a lot of fun, though, out there, and it's a good time. Men's hockey right now is ranked number 2 in the nation, and men's basketball is ranked number 25 in the nation. So these are top-ranked programs in the whole United States, and just a short drive from Marshfield. So get on over there to some of these games. Right now, in men's basketball, there are 5 WEAC teams ranked in the top 25. So 5 teams in Stevens Point's conference.
Amazing.
That are ranked in the top 25. Stevens Point men's basketball, their last 8 games, they're 7-1, including a win over number 20 Platteville during that stretch. On Wednesday, tonight, they take on number 12 ranked Whitewater. So number 12 and 25 going at it. And right after the show, we're going to head down there. We're going to watch, and we'll have some highlights of that game on Wednesday night. You can check out those highlights or any other at our website, ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Rachel.
Jason, thank you.
You're anytime. That's why you had me here.
So, unfortunately, the Vikings are still not going to the Super Bowl.
Yes, there is no replay review that can help.
Sad. I still can't get over that.
That can help 38-7 beating.
However, we got ourselves a really exciting time this coming weekend. I can't wait.
We do. So Minnesota and the whole region is abuzz. The Super Bowl is still happening on Sunday. It's happening over at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Fine facility. Just make sure to get there early if you're going to weave your way through the concourses. The only problem that we found there. Some of the concourses are still a little bit small, but you're going to have a great time. There's all the events happening right now. And for that coverage, I suggest NFL Network. We won't get into all that stuff here. But I did promise Rachel my Super Bowl picks.
Yes, who will it be?
Well, it's the New England Patriots. They are allowed to cheat and force and do anything that they want to do to win a Super Bowl.
That's right.
It's unfortunate that these are the two teams we have to choose from.
Yes.
Certainly not the teams I wanted, not the teams Rachel wanted either. Now, people have been discounting the Philadelphia Eagles all since Carson Wentz went down in Week 15 with a knee injury. And for good reason. Foles looked like a big pile of garbage the last couple weeks in the regular season. But he's done everything he needed to do in the playoffs, got his team to a Super Bowl. So I expect it to be close, somewhere, say, around 27 to 21, somewhere in that range, 24.
You heard that, 27 to 21,
27 21, yeah. But New England on top, that's what I think, Rachel.
Right.
Aside from all that, though, watch the game, have a great time. Everybody likes the commercials. People like food, drinks, whatever. Just gather around, family, friends, watch the game, have a great time.
So does that mean you're rooting for the Patriots?
No.
Does that mean you are rooting for the Eagles?
No. It's just who I think is going to win.
Jason can't stand the Eagles at all.
I'm rooting for Z's famous cauliflower wings.
Ooh.
And, we'll
Did
maybe
you give
put
that recipe
we'll
up?
maybe put a link to the recipe on the website too.
Excellent. Sounds good.
All right, and now for the live streams. We have live stream high school sports available to you all weekend starting on Thursday. You can find these in written form on Focus on Marshfield or ZaleskiSports.com. Here they are, though. It's presented by me on the Zaleski Sports Show. Thursday, Columbus and Gilman girls basketball and Auburndale Pittsville wrestling. On Friday, Marshfield DC Everest boys basketball and Spencer Gilman boys basketball. And then on Saturday, we're going to do that hockey. We've got Wisconsin Valley Union and Eau Claire Stars girls hockey, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You want to watch that one, too. So that takes place on Saturday. Again, all those can be found on Focus on Marshfield or ZaleskiSports.com. Rachel.
Do that hockey. That hockey. So in this next segment of our show, we talk about Sports 101, where we just break down a fundamental question that probably most of you in our audience know the answer to, but it also helps me learn a little bit more about sports. So,
all right, well, let's learn something then.
Jason, in basketball, there are 30-second timeouts and a full minute timeout. So tell me, what is the difference, or how do you know, and why do they take those timeouts?
Well, so each team is afforded a certain number of 30-second and full timeouts per half. So you're talking from a coach's perspective, why would the coach choose one over the other? Well, sometimes when I think of a 30-second timeout, that's just something quick, right? I just want to yell at them real fast, real quick on what's about to happen. On a full timeout, I'm going to take that full minute and a half timeout because I want to explain something in a little further detail. I want to draw up a specific play. Or maybe it's an end game situation where there's 10 seconds on the clock, we're down by 3, we've got the ball here. That's going to take a little bit longer to explain. I'm probably going to bring my whiteboard out and draw up a play on there. That's going to take longer than 30 seconds. So for me, that's why I would do it. In the first half, a full timeout, again, maybe it's right before halftime. Or maybe we're just so far out of sorts. Something's happened, the whole thing's unraveled. My team's tired. I wanted to get that extra little break in, so I'm going to take a full timeout. Otherwise, for me, the 30-second timeouts, I just want to give my team a quick reminder on something, or really just want to yell at them just real quick.
Right.
So that's why I would choose between the two.
I know that some teams have fewer players than others, and so those starter players are just constantly running ragged. And so I've seen some coaches use a couple full timeouts at the end of their game so that they give their players a little bit more chance to rest.
Could be.
So,
all right.
That's what I've noticed too. All right, well, now it's up. We are to that time to talk about the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C. This week we have a special guest to help us with the countdown. Stratford's Taya Nett. Taya, take it away.
It's time for the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to See. Number 3 is Meg Bryan, a senior at Marshfield.
Marshfield senior Meg Bryan had a career-high 20 points Friday night, helping her Tigers to a 75-55 win over Rapids. Vote Meg with a ha-ha face.
Number 2 is Emma Haugen.
This week we started gymnastics at Marshfield's Emma Haugen. Emma won the overall with a score of 33.350. Give a thumbs up for Emma.
The Zaleski Sports Show 3 to See, number 1 play is me.
Stratford Taya Nett helped her Tigers to upset number 5 ranked Wausau Newman. Give a heart vote for Taya. And Nett says this is Stratford. It's the Zaleski Sports Show 3 to See. Winners announced Wednesdays at 6:30. You can see the show on Charter Channel 989, Facebook, Focus on Marshfield, and ZaleskiSportsShow.com.
This has been the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm your host, Rachel, and this is Jason, our sports expert. Thank you, everybody, for watching. You can find us on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show or follow us on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. Have a great week.
Go Sports!
Okay, cut.
We were in a rhythm there. What do you mean cut?
I have to cut because can you bark like a seal?
Let's go. Silly Salmons Unite.
Mary Catherine Gallagher. Dang it.
Stupid
I almost cussed.
hockey.